Hi everyone, this video will be our team orientation. During this video, we'll cover the dashboard, projects page, projects overview page, milestones and tasks, and lastly, the process of logging time. Note, we'll be working out of a demo account using the most restricted permission setting, so depending on your permission level, you may be able to see and do different things within Monograph. To start, when you first log into Monograph, you'll be taken to our home screen, also known as the dashboard. This page gives you a quick overview of your projects, tasks, and other information. Exploring the page, this project section is going to be a smart list that shows you your most relevant projects based on your engagement and where you've been logging the most hours most recently. The timesheet section is going to display the hours currently logged towards this week and last week's timesheet. You can quickly access and edit this week's timesheet by clicking Edit. Assign Task is going to show you a list of 20 of your upcoming tasks in chronological order across all projects. Lastly, your work distribution is going to be a visual representation of your hours worked across all projects within different durations of time. Click on the dropdown to select either past month, past week, or all time. Hover over the color of the chart and you'll be able to see the hours you've logged towards this project over this time frame. Next, we'll head to our projects page. To navigate to this page, head on over to the left-hand side of the screen to the menu and click on Projects. We'll now start to explore this page from top to bottom. Up top is going to be a list of filters that you can use to filter the view for this page. You can filter this page by alphabetical, project number, oldest to newest, newest to oldest, by status, category, and active phase type. These filters will save for your specific account. So if I like viewing mine from A through Z, and you like viewing yours from Z through A, you can set it as that and it will not affect any other accounts in the organization. Moving downward will be a list of your projects. Inside of this colored box is going to be your project number. The project color will be the color of the box. And next to that in the dark bold font is going to be the project name, and under that is going to be the status of the project. If a project does not have a number assigned to it, Monograph will show a color dot like so. Moving on over to the right is going to be our Gantt charts for each project. The stars on each Gantt chart is going to represent a milestone. Hovering over the star is going to give you the name of the milestone as well as the date the milestone is expected to occur. This purple line you see here is going to represent today's date. Everything to the left that is grayed out is going to represent the past, and everything to the right in the more vibrant color is going to represent the future. Lastly, you may notice this Gantt chart down here with the hatch design. This hatch design is a visual indicator that lets us know that the project has been put on pause. Once a project has been put on pause, you are no longer able to log time towards it. We'll now head into the project overview page. To do that, we'll go ahead and click on the name of the project here. And once we're in, you're going to be given a quick glance at a number of different data points for the current project you're viewing. Up here, we'll get a list of our phases broken out as well as the duration of the phase right beneath it. Moving on over to the right is going to be our Gantt charts for each phase. The stars on each Gantt chart is going to represent a milestone, and again, hovering over the star is going to give you the name of the milestone as well as the date the milestone is expected to occur. The purple line you see here is going to represent today's date. Everything to the left that is grayed out is going to represent the past, and everything to the right in the more vibrant color is going to represent the future. Moving downward, in this section is where we can see a list of assigned tasks for this project as well as their due date. Moving to the right, in this project details section is where we're going to get key information for this project. This is going to include the duration of the project, categories this project has been tagged with, the client, and lastly, any relevant notes that may have been added to this project. Lastly, this team section over here is going to be a view of any team members who have been assigned to the project within the project planner. The bars on the right of each name is going to represent the hours they've worked in the past 7 days. We'll now talk about milestones and tasks. To head to that page, go ahead and go to the top of the screen here and click on Milestones and Tasks. Before I talk about this page, I want to first explain their relationship by using an analogy. Milestones and tasks can either go together or float separately. What does this mean? Let's say I have a phase called eating my lunch. Under that phase, I can have a milestone such as making my sandwich. Under that milestone, I can have tasks such as buy my bread, buy my ham, and buy my cheese. Those 3 tasks are going to lead up to that overall milestone of making my sandwich. I can also have a task such as buying my soda. This task doesn't lead up to that milestone of making my sandwich, however, it will lead up to that overall phase of eating my lunch. With that being said, you can filter this page's view by open, complete, all, or assigned. Moving on downward, if you click on all phases, we'll get a list of all the tasks that are assigned to this project over here to the right. Clicking into a specific phase will give you a list of the milestones beneath it, as well as its associated tasks. Clicking into the milestone itself will show you any tasks that are associated with this milestone. If you click into a task, we'll get more information about the task over here to the right. You're also able to leave any comments that are related to the task by typing it into this comment box down here. Lastly, on this page, you're also able to mark the task as complete by clicking this box in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. The last thing I want to show you is task notifications. If you would like to be notified of any tasks that are assigned to you, upcoming due dates, or anything outstanding, head to Directory on the left-hand side of the screen. From here, click on your name, scroll down until you see this box, and then check it. We'll now walk through the process of logging time. To log time, navigate to timesheets on the left-hand side of the screen here. Note that when you first go into Monograph, this page will be blank, but as you start to log time, projects will automatically populate onto this page. There are going to be 2 ways for us to log time. 1, the traditional manual entry, and 2, by using the timer in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. The first way to log time is going to be the traditional method of entering time. To add your time, you head up here to the search bar, search for the project, and then select the phase that you're logging your time to. If you're assigned multiple roles within the project, you want to make sure that you're selecting the correct role. Once you do that, you'll see the project and phase populate onto the screen. From here, you'll want to select an activity and then enter your time to the right. You can add multiple activities to a project by clicking this plus icon here. You can also leave notes as well as expenses. To add a note, simply type it into this box. To add an expense, you'll click Add Expense, select the category, enter the amount, a note, upload an attachment such as a receipt, and lastly, select if it's billable or non-billable. Once you do that, you're going to notice these 2 icons here. The icon with the 3 bars is going to let us know that there's a note attached to this entry, and the $ icon is telling us that we have an expense attached. If you would like to add overhead, for example, you know you have upcoming PTO and would like to add it to your timesheet ahead of time, you can do so by clicking Add Overhead up here on the top of the screen. Select the category, and from there, you'll want to enter that information on the respective date. Another thing I want to show you is what would happen if you were not assigned a role inside of the project planner. Let's say you were asked to hop onto another project to assist and we're going to log your time. You're going to see this red No Assigned Role. This is going to be a visual indicator for you to speak to an admin at your firm so you can get added into the project planner. Because you're not in the project planner, we won't know what your billable rate is. Without that information, we won't know how to weigh your time towards the project in terms of a dollar value and reflect it against the budget. No worries, Monograph is not going to block you from logging your time as we want to protect the integrity of your work. Just be sure to speak to an admin so that you can get added into the project planner. The second way for us to log time is going to be by using the timer in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. You'll want to select this little icon here, click play, select your project name, the phase, your role, and lastly, an activity. If you would like to add a note, you can add one here and then click Create Entry. You'll let this run in the background while you do your work, and when you're complete, you'll want to go back, click the stop icon, and refresh the page. Once you refresh the page, you'll see that this entry is going to populate onto the screen. A few things to note about the timer. Monograph will not automatically stop this timer. You'll need to do this on your own. Second, if your firm bills in increments, Monograph is not going to automatically round it. You'll need to do the conversion outside of Monograph and then change the entry here. Lastly, I want to show you what would happen if you were not assigned a role in the project planner and decide to use the timer to log your time. We'll go ahead and click the icon up here again. Select our project, our phase, and once we get to roles, you'll see this section is blank. Again, Monograph is not going to block you from logging your time as we want to protect the integrity of your work. Just be sure to speak with an admin to get you added into the project planner. With that being said, this is going to be our team orientation. If you have any questions while going through these videos, please feel free to let us know and we will be more than happy to help. Thank you.